What's going on, gang? Matt here. Hope you're doing well. I want to ask you a simple question. What is your biggest challenge when trying to learn the guitar? This great instrument. I've been playing for a while now, and often when you've been playing for a while and things start to get easier, you forget what the challenges are of a complete beginner. So that's what I ask you today. What is your biggest challenge? I'm going to go over a couple of mine. When I first started out, my biggest challenge was my fingers hurt. What I would say to that, because they weren't callous, they weren't hard on the end. What I would say to that is make sure you do a lot of small practice sessions. So like maybe 5-10 minutes. Set the guitar down, come back a little bit later, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours later, another 10-minute session, and do that over and over and fight through it. You're gonna have a little pain, don't overdo yourself, but your fingers will get hard, and I promise you, you will eventually get calloused and it won't hurt you at all. The second thing I struggled with forever is making my chords sound clear. Every time I would think I would press good, I would strum down each note and I would have a bunch of dead notes. Maybe you new guys and gals can relate. A couple things I would say, make sure your hand position is correct, and each of these little bars, what's called a fret bar, make sure you're pressing the string as close to that fret bar as possible. Sometimes if you're squishing your fingers in between a fret, you can't. But for the most part, on say a G chord, instead of playing it way out here, make sure you're really close to that fret bar. And also, a lot of times we'll get lazy and on us here sideways, we'll lay our hand down on the guitar. And it needs to be pressed out, and you need some spacing in between your fingers and those strings. So don't get lazy and start fingering. Bring your hand out, and then slowly pick down each string to see what adjustments you need to make sure the full chord sounds clear. Because sometimes we might even think we have a clear sound, and then we start picking down, we realize, okay, that's not clear. Then you slowly move your hand around, do your adjustments, get it close to the fret bar, and then you get that clear sound you want. So that's the second thing. I've said this 1,000 times, but I had a longest time a struggle going to a C chord. Something about I'd go G, I'd go D, I'd go E minor. When I was first learning the way I was taught, I'd go G, D, E minor. But just to make my first finger, middle finger, and ring finger do that kind of climber, second, fourth, and fifth, for years I could not play any songs because I couldn't simply play a C chord. As you continue to grow and you're developing that muscle memory, maybe step back from that C chord and learn what's called the C add 9, but I call it my C chord, where you lock in the 2 bottom strings, fifth, and then go 5th and 6th for a G. At C add 9, you simply move these top 2 fingers down a string. So you're at 4th and 5th. So that's going to be your G, that's going to be your C. It's going to be an easy transition instead of doing that. When you're a beginner, going from that, removing all fingers, to boom, hitting all 3 of those right and clear is going to be super, super hard. You'll probably get frustrated and quit. That's kind of what I did. But going from that to that, you're already stabilized with the bottom 2 strings pressed, and that's easy. So 4 chords, G, C, E minor, D. See how easy? G, C, E minor, D. So a rookie who struggles can do that. Another thing I struggled with that I probably get most questions about is your strumming. Strumming is going to be a lot about rhythm and technique, but I'll say this. I've taught many, many, many people, young and old, who think after they play guitar a month, 2 months, 5 months, even a year, I just don't have rhythm, I can't do it, and they give up, and I'll show them a few things, and they realize they just didn't have the skill yet. Don't give up and think you just don't have rhythm, that you'll never be able to. You'll be able to get rhythm like that, I promise you. It just takes a lot of small practice sessions and just time. So I always say start out doing down strums only to get that rhythm and timing of the song. I'm trading my sorrow. I'm trading my shame. I'm laying down the joy of the Lord. After you do that enough, you'll find just as you get more and more comfortable holding this great instrument, you'll keep that kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You'll somehow, it'll just start to click. Now you say, no way, Matt, you're just not there yet. The brain cannot tell the fingers and all this coordination what to do, but you'll get there. Trust me, I've taught so many people think they couldn't, and I've taken them there. So do those down strums. I don't care if you gotta do this a month, a week, a year, whatever. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Give and take away. Give and take away. My heart will choose to say, oh, blessed be your name. Do those down strums, and I'm telling you, you'll get it. Some of the other questions I often get, bar chords. If you struggle with bar chords, please don't get caught up in that. You'll get that later on down the road. I hardly ever play bar chords to this day, and I've been playing for a number of years and teaching lessons obviously forever. I still struggle with them, but again, you can play thousands and thousands and millions of songs without bar chords. So if you struggle with just the bar chords, kind of punt that, put that to the side, or revisit that later. If you struggle picking, what I would say again, find very easy picking patterns. I just did a video on this where you kind of where you say just do 4 strings. Right now I'm doing 5, 4, 3, 2, and just work on that. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, because you're just getting comfortable of just picking strings. Because you're getting that rhythm and timing down as you pick. Now guys, with all these topics, you can type in Matt McCoy strumming, Matt McCoy bar chords, Matt McCoy finger picking, stuff like that. And maybe you struggle with a B minor chord, type in Matt McCoy B minor, Matt McCoy F chord. All these struggles you have, Matt McCoy C chord. I've taught thousands of lessons at this point, so I've probably got a video on it. A lot of times when people write me, ask me a question, I say type in, and I tell them Matt McCoy and then their question, and you'll find the video I've done. So hope this helps you guys. Thank you so much for all the support. If you need more assistance, I got DVDs, songbooks, all that stuff. Visit the website below. We'll keep on rocking on. Holla!